First of all, I would like to thank you all for joining the call today. So it's so exciting to see so many people wanting to learn about generative AI and wanting to build stuff with AI. So yeah, so first of all, thank you for joining in. So today's session is going to be a very interesting session. So as the title suggests, this is the session where you will try to learn how you can build your first AI agent, right? So this session will mainly have two parts to it. In the first part, I will be giving you an overview of what an AI agent is and how you can create an AI agent within few lines of code. And in the second part, we are partnering with Lyzr AI to uh, uh, help us with this session. So in the second part, the team from Lyzr will take over the session and they will also show you how you can create a AI agent using without any code. So this is going to be a very interesting session. So without any delay, I'll just start sharing my screen and start talking about the session. Okay, great. So first of all, I would like to welcome you all to build your first AI agent of 2025 event brought to you by Build Fast with AI and Lyzr. And as mentioned in this session, we will try to learn about different parts involving what an AI agent is, how you can create your first AI agent using both code and no code as well. So we will shortly do a poll also on the group to understand the kind of audience that we have so that we can give you the resources appropriately. So before we do anything, I'll just want to take 3-4 minutes of your time to introduce ourselves. So first I will give a quick background about myself, and I will also quickly introduce about Build Fast with AI and what is it that we do. So first of all, my name is Satvik. I am the founder of Build Fast with AI. So just to give a background about me, I got educated at IIT Delhi. So I graduated in 2019 there. I did both bachelor's and master's there. And after studying at IIT Delhi, I went on to work for a couple of multinational banks in AI/ML roles. But even before getting into corporate, while I was still at IIT Delhi, I used to run an edtech company based out of during my college days. So we were primarily working on developing education interventions. We used to conduct Olympiads with many different government organizations and all. So this was my first innings as an entrepreneur, as an edtech entrepreneur. And as mentioned, after my college days, I went on to work in corporate in different roles. And currently, since the last 18 months, I'm running this company called Build Fast with AI, right? Where we are primarily an organization helping individuals and companies leverage generative AI. So we do a lot of events, activities, and sessions on generative AI, right? So I'll quickly talk about what are all the things that we do, right? And let me show you. So at Build Fast with AI, if someone asks me what does Build Fast with AI do, I would just tell this one line to them. So we enable AI ideas to reality. So this is what we do. And what are the kind of activities and workshops that we do? So we do a lot of courses. We do a lot of workshops like the one that you are attending right now. So every week we try to do a workshop on a different topic related to generative AI, agents, fine tuning, RAG, developing chatbots, creating simple apps. So we did almost 150 plus workshops so far. And we also do consulting. So we also work with a lot of startups and companies to help them build generative AI features as well. So, all in all, Build Fast with AI is currently a community of more than 12,000 members, where we have done more than 100 workshops just in last year, right? Cumulatively, we have conducted more than 150 plus workshops. And me and the team, including, we have built more than 150 plus AI applications that are from simple POCs to applications that are now being used by lakhs of people. So we have done it all. And in the other part of what we do, as mentioned, we also work with a lot of startups and companies to help them build generative AI as well. So we have till date helped more than 10 companies and startups with their generative AI transition. So the idea is very simple. So what we feel is, let's say these are the number of updates happening in generative AI as of today. companies or individuals are only able to leverage 5% of it. So since we are in the generative AI space, okay, we have someone who is wrongly using these. Okay, let me change the permission for these. Okay. So what we feel is, let's say within generative AI, there is too many things that are happening, right? So if there are 100 things that are happening in generative AI, companies or individuals are only able to leverage 5%. And from what I see, 90% of people still only use ChatGPT and they don't know any other things other than that. So people only know about 0.1% of what is happening. So our aim is to bridge that gap where we help everyone leverage generative AI. And as mentioned, we do, let's say, if you are someone who is wanting to learn about generative AI and wants to build stuff using AI, so one wonderful opportunity is to sign up for our course, which is a Launchpad 2025 course. So the idea is very simple. 2025 is going to be a very big year for AI. And we want you to help you build your career in generative AI through our innovative courses. So the next cohort is starting very soon. It's starting next week. So if you want to know more about it, I'll give you more details and I will also tell you how you can avail coupon codes for this as well. But yeah, so this is the course. And one secret that I'm going to tell you all is that whoever signs up for our generative AI Launchpad course, they will get 3 months of premium subscription to Lyzr AI Studio worth more than $100, right? So this the premium subscription to Lyzr AI Studio can actually help you build hundreds of agents and build a lot of capabilities using no code. So this is one offer that we are revealing today to everyone, that whoever is signing up for our generative AI Launchpad course will also get 3 months of premium subscription to Lyzr AI Studio. So what we will do today is very simple. So first I will start with why do we need AI agents? So there is a lot of chat about AI agents, this, that, and so on, but very few people understand what an AI agent is and why do we even need it. So the first question that I will try to answer is understanding the need of AI agent, and then I will give you a very easy framework or definition to help you understand what an AI agent is, right? So then in the first part of the session, we will use a simple framework called phi-data. So where I will show you how you can create two different agents, an internet search agent and a finance agent. And in the next part of the session, Lyzr team will present about how you can use Lyzr's AI Studio to create some innovative social media automation applications without using any code. And at the end, I will also show you some bonus on Google Deep Research. I think this is something that I've shared before. So I'll have one more secret bonus also at the end where you can use AI for image editing. So yeah, so this will be the sequence. In the next 30 minutes or so, I'll try to 35 minutes. I'll try to cover the first part of this. Then we will talk about the no code part. So if you have any questions or queries, meanwhile, feel free to send them on the chat and we will keep checking it periodically. So first of all, let us try to define the need for AI agents, right? So till now, I'm guessing at least 99% of you or even 100% of you might have used ChatGPT before, right? So, but what exactly can ChatGPT do, right? So one thing that you might say is, okay, ChatGPT provides human-like responses, right? And what are the things that it is very good at? So it is very good at content generation. It is very good about answering some questions. And if you want to write some code or maybe write some documentation or anything, it works very well. So primarily, whenever you are using ChatGPT, you are basically using an instruction-based system. You ask a question. So you ask a question to ChatGPT and you will get a response. So you ask a question again and you will get a response once again. So primarily, whatever we are doing with ChatGPT is very passive work, right? So ChatGPT is only working passively, where it is just responding to users' question and prompt. So, but in actuality, if you want to automate some work, so what would you ideally want to do? So the thing is, if you give a task to, let's say, AI, You want it to work end to end. So an AI agent is something that will work autonomously, but whenever you are using ChatGPT or chatbots, you are having to give every instruction one by one. So ChatGPT primarily, it's very good. Let's say it's a very good application. It's very useful also. But the thing is, if you want to use it in real life context or real life scenarios, it is not very helpful because a user has to give a lot of prompts or queries. So let us think about one situation, right? Let's say you want to invest in some stock, or maybe let's say you want to research about some company, right? What you will have to do is you will have to switch on internet search on chat gpt, or maybe download some report, put into it, and then you will have to go back and forth of tens or maybe hundreds of chats to create that report for you. But what if ChatGPT can be much powerful, right? So that is one question that we will tackle. But given the scenario, given whatever ChatGPT can do right now, where it is working passively to respond to user queries, so my question is, can ChatGPT replace you? So you could be, let's say, as we have seen in our call today, we had different types of people: senior executives, product managers, data scientists, software engineers. So from whatever your usage of ChatGPT has been so far, what do you think? Can ChatGPT replace you or it cannot? So you can just send the answer on the chat. What do you think? Whether ChatGPT will replace you or not? Okay, many no's actually. Okay, and we have one answer that AI will not replace. Person using AI will replace. So that is also a correct one. It can to some extent, yes. So we have people who are saying no. We have people who are saying yes, but it probably less quantity. But we have many people who are somewhere in middle saying that okay, it might, but it has to. There has to be some human or something in the way. Okay. Okay. So I think we have a lot of yeses and nos. So that is great. Okay. Yeah, so we have a lot of yeses and nos. Let me tell you what my answer is. So from me working in generative AI for over 1.5, 2 years now, my answer is no. But again, no, but there are a lot of conditions to it. So, but ChatGPT in itself might not replace you, but the technology under ChatGPT, which is LLMs, can actually do a lot more. So that is what we will try to cover. So the thing is, the problem with ChatGPT. So the answer is no, right? So what I like, you have given yes, you have given no. But if you ask me, can ChatGPT replace you? I'll say it cannot replace you as of now, because primarily it's a passive engine. So you will have to give one instruction and get the answer one after the one. And the second thing is, it cannot self-critic. So once ChatGPT gives you some response out, so it cannot itself think about whether it has given a right answer, wrong answer, and probably rerun itself again to get some good information. No, it can't do that. So it does not connect to external tools. So let's say if I want an AI agent to become my personal assistant. So one personal assistant thing is they should be able to book my calendar, right? So if I have a meeting sometime, I want AI to book my calendar somewhere, but ChatGPT in itself does not connect to a lot of external tools. So whenever I'm saying problem with ChatGPT, I actually mean any LLM. So ChatGPT is a word that I'm using because many people are familiar. But problem with general LLMs is that there are instruction based. They cannot self critique. They do not directly connect to external tools. They don't connect to your Slack. They don't connect to your Discord, GitHub, or anything. And most importantly, ChatGPT is not autonomous. So as I've mentioned, when you give it a task, you will have to give like information or feedback at every level. But think about it this way, right? So if you want to work with a coworker, so let's say if you are working with a coworker, so you wouldn't want a coworker to ask you question after each and everything that they do. So you give them one job, so they will go maybe read some research. They will do some research by themselves. They will speak to other set of people, and then they will come up with some research and give you the final answer. So the question here is, can we create a system like this with LLMs? So that is where we get AI agents, right? So we are taking the technology that is underlying ChatGPT to do something that is a lot more powerful. So ChatGPT in itself cannot replace you, but an AI agent can and will replace you. So this is what I am telling, and this is something that you should also remember. So one thing I would also say is, so even I used to work as a data scientist before, and I can see that whatever the job that I used to do, which was, let's say, high level work as well. So an AI agent can do 90% of the job as of today itself. And think about this, it's only like say 2 years since ChatGPT, or maybe this entire revolution has started, and we are just at start of 2025. And I can personally see a lot of high level jobs, white collar jobs also being automated by AI. Think about the possibilities that we will see in the next year by the end of, let's say, maybe in 2026 starting. So the phase, like the scenario would have changed a lot. So it's very important for you to understand about AI agents and also understand about how you can use these to create some useful applications and how you can leverage your productivity using this. So now I will talk about a simple definition of AI agents, and we will also try to build some AI agents so that you will get a very clearer idea. So the first thing is that, so how would you, so first question, what is an AI agent, right? Many people talk, okay, I have built an AI agent for this, or maybe I use agents to do something. So I would say, if you ask me a one line definition of AI agents, I would say this is the one line definition of AI agent. So empowering LLMs. So actually, this could be any AI models, but currently most AI agents are text-based systems where you put input text and get output as text. So most, so if you were to ask me one line definition of AI agents, I would say empowering LLMs to think and do, right? So whatever things that I've said that are downsides of ChatGPT, if ChatGPT is able to think and take some actions. So let's say when I ask it to create a report on a stock, let's say if I'm using ChatGPT, so what I will have to do is I'll give one instruction, get some idea, go on so forth and so forth, maybe hundreds of conversations. But in my agent scenario, what I will do is, to AI agent, I will just give one task. AI agent will itself do a lot of research one by one and then will give me the final answer. So this is the difference, where in the first case, we have to interfere at every time and give the feedback. In the second stage, you just give an AI agent a goal. So these are all goal-based systems where you give a goal and AI agent will figure out what to do and how to do. So that is why I call LLM agents, AI agents are LLMs that can think and do stuff. So how do we make LLMs do something? So that is one question. So one more longer definition of AI agent is something like this. So an AI
Excuse me,
agent,
sir.
yeah.
Sir, I think I'm trying to understand about AI agents, sir, and would it be the perfect tuning of image that I think what Robert Downey Jr. has created in Iron Man, something like one AI agent. Was it AI agent or
Okay, I'll
not,
take
sir?
some questions at the end. I'll take some questions at the end because let me just complete this. Yeah, you can just post that question on the chat. I'll take that very soon. Yeah, but Robert Downey Jr., we are not at that level, but we will get there very soon for a quick answer. But yeah. So, what are AI agents exactly? So, AI agents are nothing but a software entity that can perform tasks. They can make decisions and also interact with environment. The key is to interact autonomously, right? So this is how it will work, right? So whatever you do, so let's say if you ask AI agent to do research or maybe create some app, AI will actually have a talk amongst itself. So it will have a chat among the AI agents, then it will figure out what to do, and then it will give you a final application from start to end. So this is what an AI agent is generally capable of doing. So you give it any task, it will just start with that, and it will just think amongst itself, and it will give you the final answer, right? So this is a brief definition of AI agent. And recently there was uh, a
Excuse
chat
me.
by NVIDIA. Yeah.
I would like to ask you a question. Can you tell me the
Yeah,
difference?
questions I'll take it a while later. If you can just post it on the chat, it would be helpful.
It's okay.
Yeah, thank you. So, one thing that I wanted to talk about AI agents is that so recently NVIDIA has released a talk on how you can build AI agents, and they have released this diagram which actually made a lot of sense, right? So earlier with ChatGPT, as I mentioned, it's a passive system, but whereas whenever you're dealing with AI agents, what you will do is you will just give it a prompt, right? Once you give it a prompt, what will happen is that a AI agent, or this is the LLM that you have, an LLM will have a thought process amongst itself. So it will think, so it will plan. So let's say if you ask it to create some financial analysis plan or something, an LLM will create a plan first. And based on the plan it has created, it will use any tools. So it will use calculator, it will use Google Calendar or web search or anything, and then it will try to figure out a task, then give a critique, and then it will run amongst themselves. So an AI agent can be defined as a software entity that can perform tasks, make decisions, and interact with environment. So this is the diagram that uh, like perfectly encapsulates everything that I have said before. So these are the steps that AI agents generally follow. So the first step is they receive tasks from users, then they plan what to do, and then they will use their resources. They will access tools like web search, databases, and calculators to use those tools, and then they will self critique and optimize their outputs. So these are the steps that will happen. First, it will do planning, then it will do some tool use, and then it will do some critiquing, and then it will give you the final response. So this is how AI agents generally work. So now you might be thinking, okay, you have mentioned a definition of AI agent and maybe some diagram or something, but it does not mean anything. So you might be thinking, none of this, this feels okay, this feels good to listen, but it does not make any sense. So in the next part, what I will try to do is I'll just show some code frameworks, and some AI agent frameworks that will help you build AI agents within few lines of code, just 5, 6 lines of code. And what we will do is we will try to use, so there are many popular frameworks for building AI agents like Crew AI, LangGraph, phi-data, and so on. So in one of our previous sessions, we have used these both. So today I'm going to use phi-data to create two agents. So we will try to create an internet search agent, and we'll try to create a investment advisor agent very shortly. So yeah, so I'll take 3, 4 questions right now, and then I'll proceed to the coding part. So if you have any questions or queries, you can send it on the chat. So deployment, I think code we will show that can be deployed anywhere easily. And with Lyzr AI Studio, I think they are directly production ready, so that will be covered in a way. So someone is asking, can AI apply jobs using AI agent? Can The answer is yes. Can I show a demo? I'll try to see if I can, but won't be possible, I guess. So there is one question: after an AI agent produces a final result, will human still need to review it? So it's a good practice for you to review the outputs. It's called human in the loop agents, right? So whenever, even if you're using a very good model, even if your framework is very strong, So the thing is, at the end of the day, if you submit some task, you will be responsible for the output, and AI will not be responsible, right? So it's always a good practice if you are doing some end-to-end deployment with AI agents. It's a good practice to put human in the loop so that you just review it at least in the initial stages to understand how your AI agent is reacting. So will AI agents be capable of replacing enterprise software products? Yeah, I think Satya Nadella himself has, I think, in one of his recent interviews, has said कि AI agents will actually kill a lot of SaaS startups. So I agree with that. So that could be the. So I think there are a lot of questions, so I can take more in a while. But can AI agents make us money? Of course, if you use it rightly, if you're providing some value to the end customer, you can actually make a lot of money creating AI agents. Okay. I'll take one, two more questions. Someone is asking about Google Titan research paper. So I didn't get a chance to review it. Maybe this thing. Why focus on killing SaaS startups in particular? Yeah, so that is some question that I can take. So basically, from what generally SaaS startups do is, so let's say you have a database layer and you have an application layer. So any SaaS startup is actually operating in this space. So let's say if you are using some analytics platform for your website, so basically that what is the SaaS company exactly doing? So it's actually writing some business logic to actually fetch data from the database and display it to you in some sort of a dashboard. So whenever we have a chat about AI agents replacing SaaS startups, so this is what we exactly mean. So most of the SaaS companies today are positioned somewhere between our database layer and application layer with some business logic. And Microsoft or maybe Satya Nadella, in whatever he has mentioned, his logic was that so this won't be necessary any longer because an AI agent can directly go to the database and search things for you. So this is one approach to it, and I think there are a lot of nuances that can be considered on top of this as well. Okay, I'll take one final question. Does AI agent communicate with more than one LLMs? Yeah, I think that is what you will also get to see today. Yes, so you can actually create agent system with single LLM, or you can also put multiple LLMs together and make them do stuff. Okay, so can an AI agent go?
Sorry. What's the
Yeah,
difference between AI agent and agentic AI?
I think both are same thing in terms of how you agentic AI is something that AI that is following agentic flow or something like that.
Sorry, I could not understand.
So the thing is, yeah. So the thing is, let's say an AI agent is basically doing this, right? So any AI application that uses some sort of workflow like this is called agentic AI. Or maybe they are both same things, AI agent and anything that uses agents is called agentic AI. Okay. So having said that, so let me jump into the code example and quickly show you how you can create some AI agents from scratch using code. So in the next part of the lecture, very soon, we will actually introduce you to Lyzr AI Studio, where you can create AI agents without code also. So I'll try to show you two different agents that you can develop with phi-data. So let me quickly jump to my code and show you that. Okay, so I have a lot of code files open. So let me close the ones that are not necessary. Okay, so first agent that we will try to develop. So I'll try to show you the very basics. I'll start from the very basic of creating a very simple LLM agent and try to level it up one by one as well. So for this lecture today, so what we are going to do is, I think we'll not use DuckDuckGo search. So what we will do is we will use an OpenAI model. We will use a GPT model along with some other, along with Google search, and we will also create a finance agent on top of this. So this is something that I've already have installed. So I'll just run this step. And in the second step, what I'm going to do is uh, I will just load the environment variables. So what I'm going to do is I'll want to use a GPT model, and I will also want to use a Google search API. So I'm just importing their variables right now. So the installation is running. As you can see, it takes a couple of seconds for you to run. Okay. So I'll just explain the code while it is running. So in the first step, what we are doing is we are just installing whatever are the libraries that are necessary for us to run this code. So I'm installing phi-data, OpenAI for OpenAI models, and Google search results for Google search. I'm just waiting for this to complete. I think it's been more than a minute, but let me just wait a couple of seconds. Okay, I think it's just running continuously. Let me just stop this. Okay, let me, I just, I might not have successfully uninstalled or something. Let me check. I think the code should work. If there is anything, let's debug it on the go. So yeah, we have installed some packages, as you can see. I'm just storing OpenAI API keys and SERP API keys. And the first step, what I'll do is trying to create a very simple LLM agent. So there is no agentic thing in this as such. What I'm doing is in the very first step, I'm just trying to use an LLM model to ask it a question. So right. So the first question that I'm trying to ask is, who is the captain of Indian cricket ODI team? So any cricket buffs in the group who wants to help with this answer?
Yeah, Satvik, just wanted to clear. Can you give some introduction about in which environment you're developing?
Yeah, so this is a collab notebook. I think this is a Jupyter notebook. I'm running it locally, but it can also run in the Python. So for people who are new to coding, like many people mentioned, so this is actually a Python notebook. So I'm just writing Python code one after the other. And this interface is called collab notebook, which will allow us to, one best part about this interface is you can run an output and see it within the notebook itself. So I'm running Python in my own local system, but you can also run the same code within your Chrome browser using Colab or anything. Okay, so let me ask this question. Who is the captain of Indian ODI cricket team to this GPT 3.5 model? So let me run this. Okay, I think we have some answers also that are mentioned on this. Okay, I think this is running continuously. So let me just stop it and run it again. Okay, so let me just try this again. I don't know, there is this strange problem that I'm facing, which I didn't face it before. Let me restart it. So the idea is I'll just try to explain the code. I think whenever this notebook is back, I can take more. So the idea is, first of all, what we will try to do is we will just use an LLM simply to ask it some question. And we will see that LLM will give the answer directly based on whatever it knows. So, but the idea that we have discussed in our AI agents is that an AI agent should be able to access to any tool to give us right answer. So that is what we will try to achieve in this. So let me try to run this again. This is done. Okay, so now let me run this question where I'm asking who is the captain of Indian cricket team. Okay, while this is just running, so I think there is some issue. Okay, let me try the import statement once, but meanwhile, I'll just open the same notebook on the collab notebook as well, so that there is no issue with this. So let me just close this. Okay, it doesn't happen generally like this, but let me just. Yeah, I think there is some question, so I can just take the question while I do this initial setup. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was going to ask, could this be run without agents, as in communicating with the LLM directly?
Yeah, so
Because,
LLM is actually the center of everything that we are doing in this.
well, yeah, I know there are some prompt requests that could be sent to LLM directly without necessarily going through agents. Are we doing this because we want to see how agents can be leveraged? That's my question.
I didn't get the exact part, but with whatever agents that we are doing, we are actually using some tools and agents to run this.
Okay, can we
Okay, I
not,
think this should work fine. So let me run.
can we query LLM directly without using agents?
Yeah, so you can actually do that without agents. So whenever you are using OpenAI or anything, you are actually doing that.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Okay, I think there has been some mistake in here, but let me just cover it. So not an issue. I think we are. So if anyone wants to run code along with me, I'm just sharing the code with you also. So you can experience all this directly. Okay, so you can also run this code. So the first step is to install all the agents that we want, which we have successfully done. And the second stage is to input your OpenAI API keys and everything. So let me just import them. So I can just say user data get. And for Serper API key, I'll just grab the API key directly. Okay, so I'm just grabbing this API key and I'm just pasting in this. So I'm running this one, grant. Okay, so let me show this to you. I think hopefully it should work correctly. So I'm asking it a first question: who is the captain of Indian cricket team using a simple LLM? So let us see the answer it gives right now. So it says, who is the captain of Indian ODI cricket team? It is telling the current captain of Indian ODI cricket team is Virat Kohli. So we all know that he's not a captain of Indian ODI cricket team, but why do you think LLM is giving us a wrong answer here? So why do you think a GPT-3 model is giving us a wrong answer in this?
That's the training data.
Training data, old training. LLM is backdated, old data. That is correct. So
Yeah.
the thing is, this whichever we are using, GPT 3.5 model is only being trained till October 2023 or something like that. So as far as whatever data that it has been trained on, it still thinks that captain of Indian cricket team is Virat Kohli. But we know that it is wrong. But let's say for this, it's still fine. So it doesn't matter for small GK types of questions. But let's say if you want to create a finance agent, so you want the latest data, right? You want the latest stock price. You want everything that is latest so that your information is always right. So now what we will try to do is we are taking this simple LLM and watch how I convert the simple LLM into an AI internet search agent. So what we will need to do is the thing that we will do is we will take an LLM and we'll connect it to some external tools, right? So an LLM in itself, let's say in this case, a GPT 3.5 model in itself is not able to give us a correct answer. So what I will try to do is I'll try to add a tool to it. So even if you look at this diagram, so what it says is, if you look at this part, tool use part, so an LLM, any LLM can be connected to tools. The tools can be a web search tool, it can be a database tool or anything. So what I'm taking is, I'm taking a GPT 3.5 model and I'm adding an internet tool to it. And you might ask me about, okay, where is the planning and critiquing part? So that is something that comes ingrained with phi-data. So now let us ask the same question where we are giving LLM access to internet. So let us see this thing. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking an LLM as it is. So I'm taking an LLM as it is, which is 3.5 model. And now I'm adding it to the tool. So now whenever our agent is working, instead of using a simple LLM, it is also using Google search or SERP API. SERP API is nothing but a Google search API. So let me run this code and see what, show you what will happen. So as you can see that it is telling that no SERP API key provided. Okay, I think there is some mistake in this, but you can see that. So what it is doing is an agent is looking at the question, who is the captain of Indian cricket team? And it is thinking to itself that if I want to find the latest captain, I will have to search Google. So what it is doing is it is first writing a Google search query. So it is writing a Google search query to find out who is the captain of cricket team. And these are the results that it found from internet. So if we click on this, we can also see what are the results that the LLM is actually going and looking at. Yeah, India Today is not opening, but you can see this, that whenever you are asking a question, now it is searching the internet and according to the latest data. So according to India Today article, it says that Rohit Sharma is the correct captain of ODI team. So it seems to be correct, right? So the idea here is very simple. An LLM in itself is not able to solve the problem. So just add some tools to it and some reasoning to it, so that whenever you ask a question, LLM will try to use the tool as it seems fit and it gives you the better answer. So this is how you can create a very simple agent. So let me step it up a further. And let's say I want to invest in stocks, right? And I will want to see how I can create that. So for that, I will, so we have seen a simple LLM agent, we have seen an internet agent. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking a GPT model. In this case, I'm taking GPT-4o mini model, and I'm giving it access to SERP API tools, which is the Google search API. And I'm also giving it the live stock market data also. And what I'm telling is, I'm giving some instructions to the agent and I'm giving some goals. So earlier, if I want to do the same thing with ChatGPT, I will have to ask it 10 queries one after the other and summarize at each step. So, but now what I'm doing is with my finance agent, I'm just telling research market analyze financial statements, and do these things. So these are the 4-5 instructions that I'm giving to my AI agent, finance agent. And now what I can do is I can just run this agent. So this agent is loaded now. So now what I want to do is Nvidia stock is crazy as you can see these days. So what I will do is I can see, let us see if we can find this trends in the Google Nvidia stock. So I'm just running an AI agent. So an AI agent will start thinking, it will create some plan. So you can see that as soon as I ask the question, so it is creating a plan by itself as to what are the things that it has to do. And based on the tools that it has access to Yahoo Finance and Google search. So LLM in itself is going and searching different websites for us. So the first 3 steps that you see is an LLM searching for these things. And as you can see, these are the questions that I asked. So I want price performance, I need financial metrics, risk analysis, and so on. You can see that it is giving price performance, current stock price, current market price. It is giving financial metrics, it is giving risk analysis, valuation, and so on. And it is also giving us some news and development also. So think about it this way, right? Let's say if you wanted to create a report like this on your own, it might have easily taken many, let's say at least few hours to do that. But if you are using an AI agent, the entire research can be done within 20 seconds. So that is the point with this. So let me actually do one more query and end the coding part, where we will proceed to the no code part as well. So if you want to do a financial analysis on AMD and Intel, you can just give AI agent any task. So what it will do is it will create a plan for itself. Okay, the user wants these things. So let me create a plan for this and let me use the tools and give the final results. So you can see my question is very simple. So this is the thing. So I just gave it a question, and within, let's say, 22 seconds is the time that is taken by the agent, and it is now presenting the results to me. So it's taking AMD versus Intel. It has created a detailed report also. So that way you can create. So creating a finance agent is again very simple if you are using frameworks like this, and you will have to connect some external tools or do something with this and get the answer. So creating agent, you can actually create some agents like this just by taking an LLM, connecting it to some tools and doing this stuff. So
Satvik,
yeah.
I have one question, right? Yeah. So here we also using GPT-4 mini model, right? And we are going for a tool to collect this information. So what is the role of the GPT model? Does the agent go on to collect the information from the internet and then using the model to summarize?
Yes, so GPT model in here is the engine entirely. So GPT model is thinking this. So GPT model is the one which is writing these queries. GPT model is taking the information and it is summarizing to us in this report. So it is the one that is doing everything. So yeah, so I'll take few more questions, but with this, I just want to quickly conclude the first part of the session, which is the coding part, where we are showing you how you can develop some quick agents. But again, there are a lot of questions. So the code that I've shown you is easy to write, but if you want to deploy it end to end, it's probably difficult. Or maybe as at least 30-35% of you has mentioned that you have never coded in your life. So it might also be difficult for you to develop agents from start. So what I will do is now I'll hand on the stage to Lyzr, where they can show you how you can create some quick AI agents and social media automation tools using Lyzr AI Studio. So you can also open Lyzr AI Studio. We'll send the link on the chat and you can also follow us along. So with that being said, I'll hand over the stage to Raswan. So
Everyone.
over to you.
Hello. Hi, Satvik. Thank you. I hope I'm audible and visible. All good?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So sharing my screen.
Yeah.
Let me just quickly get started on what is Lyzr. So Lyzr Agent Studio, and since we've already covered agent and how do they help, let's get started with the Lyzr. So Lyzr is basically a low-code enterprise AI agent platform in a single sentence. So to break it down, it's an AI agent platform that lets you create enterprise-level, safe and reliable AI agents that are immediately production ready with almost zero code. This is what Lyzr in essence basically is. So why do we need no code or low code agents? Three reasons why I think this is absolutely necessary is because AI agents are for everyone. Everyone should be able to build AI agents and make use of them. And from designers to CEOs, anyone can create an AI agent with the help of no code tools. And even for developers who create using code, this will help in immediately creating rapid prototypes that helps you save time and cost. And the bonus is that it is very intuitive and simple. So it almost takes no time to get to learning it. And so the future of AI agent, what I personally and we think is that it will be autonomous. You will not have to input any and every information now and then. And multi-agent collaboration. Let's say, imagine one is doing research, another is doing writing, another is doing posting. You can have three agents that combine together to have a full-fledged automation that is functioning on its own. And thirdly, you'll have multimodal interaction, which is many input methods working together, such as text, such as image, such as voice, all of these working together, and an agent being able to input all of these. And finally, OGI. What Lyzr aims is that we aim to build organizational general intelligence, which is a central intelligence for an organization, which enables you to take autonomous decision making. So bringing this to an end, let's get started with the demo. I will share the studio's link in the chat, and I will encourage all of you to get start, like go to this, create your account, and code with me. That is, create an agent with me, along me. So the thing here is that if you build an agent right now, and if you publish it, and if you post it on your socials, you will be incentivized. You will get extra $100 for the next 3 months, every month. So this is what Lyzr is offering right now, if you tag along and build an agent with me right now. So yeah, let's get started with that. And so this is the studio, Lyzr Studio. And the agent that we are going to be building is a tweet agent. So before we start that, let me introduce you to tools. These are the tools that are available in Lyzr Studio right now that you can get immediately started with. So all you have to do is just for this activity, just get started on setting up Twitter. All you have to do is log into your account, and that is it. So go to tools, click on Twitter and activate it, and you can get started with this agent. So I'll explain what this agent is going to do. So basically, this is a research agent that lets you do a bit of research and automatically post it on your Twitter. Imagine you're a Twitter influencer who wants to keep posting educational content, and this would enable you to automate that process, or at least make it simple. So all I have to do here is that give
How
it a
do you
name.
get this tool, whatever you're showing? software.
I've sent you the link in the chat. This would be the. I hope it's visible for everyone.
Yeah, it is.
Continuing, all you have to do is give it a name and give it a description so that you know what it is and for you to get back to it. And next is give the LLM provider. These are all provided by Lyzr itself. You don't have to buy your API key. This is included in the Lyzr subscription. As of now, we have 3 models, and I'm going to be using GPT-4o, and this is the temperature and toppy that I'm using. Now we come to the most important part here. This is your agent's role. What is this agent going to do? This is an interview preparation agent that helps me to identify crucial documentations and resources and make a tweet and craft a Twitter post. This is all that it's going to do. That is all I've given it here. And the instruction I've given it here is that, so in essence, you can just give it very small prompts like this. All you have to do is just do it something like this. Identify 3 topics, create a tweet, use the Twitter tool and post. But
Can
once you
share the
click,
prompt?
of course, I'll share the full prompt that. So this is the role and instruction that the improve button here came up with. So when you're giving it simple prompts, you have to make sure it's foolproof. And we have a functionality here that enables you to create foolproof prompts, and that this is a result of this one. And here, all you have to do is configure the tool that you're using and what you're going to do. I'm going to create a post, and that is pretty much it. And one interesting functionality that you have here is that what is the output that you're expecting? What is the format of it? And I've given a sample example of what it's going to look like. This covers our majority of the work. And coming to the features, I'll just quickly do a run through of what all these features are. A knowledge base is giving this LLM additional data. Let's say the previous example we saw, that LLM does not have latest cricket updates. Similarly, LLM does not have data about your resume, for example. But if you can give your resume to this LLM to go and fetch from, it will save you a lot of time in retraining. And that is what knowledge base is. Giving the LLM a knowledge base that is totally yours. And short-term memory is enabling it to become a chatbot, and long-term memory is enabling it to retain information for a very long time. Humanizer enables you to create very human-like output, which is very useful for email and posts. And reflection enables the agent to think of the output that it came up with, and if it is matching with the input that it gave or the instructions that it's informed with. And safe and fairness, safe AI, you have toxicity and fairness bias. These are to make the agent rethink its output and check if it's toxicity controlled or it's fair and unbiased. These are the inbuilt features that Lyzr offers, enabling you to create safe, reliable agents on the go. So once this is done, you click on create here. And all you have to do here is that, so basically this is going to do a research, come up with 3 resources that I want to study and make a tweet about it. Let's see if it works. Let's say my interview is on binary trees in Python. Let's say this is the interview that I'm going to attend. And this is a computer science topic. So I would really like just 3 resources and 3 important topics. And if this is posted or made a tweet, then our agent is working. So basically, the essence is that you can automate these processes and use complex tools and workflows to make your life easier. Taking a look at my Twitter, I don't think I updated it. Clicking on update. Again, for making sure the prompts are right. Yeah. So we are getting the tweet, but having it's not posting here, not getting it reflected. So let me just quickly do a refresh. My internet is really bad. Can you give me a minute? Can I just join back in my internet? I hope it's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just
Meanwhile,
one second.
if you have any questions or if you're facing any errors, you can have a chat while Raswan quickly joins back.
Yeah, I was able to generate and it tweeted on my side. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
that
great.
is great. I think that's my internet that's bad. So let me just quickly join back.
So yeah, so use the link or create an account for yourself, and you can also follow the steps along and create an agent. So the idea is, in the first part, whatever agents that we have shown, you don't have to write a lot of code to get the same amount of results. You can just do that just by using the Lyzr AI Studio. Yeah, Tarun has a question.
Okay, it's not a question. Can I get the whole recording after a meeting?
Uh, Pardon?
Can we get
What?
the meeting recording?
Recording, yeah, recording will be sent. So no worries.
Okay,
We
thank you.
have your email based from registration, so we will send you the recording.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so for people, Yeah, so for anyone who is looking for recording and other stuff, so we have the WhatsApp group link given in the chat. So you can just WhatsApp that group link and where you can, we will be posting all the updates regarding the recordings and the other events. So be sure to join the WhatsApp group. Yeah, so if you are using an OpenAI API, let's say if you are using GPT-4o model, you will have to use GPT API key. And Twitter account, it's required because if you want to connect to your Twitter account, you will need to give the API key so that we are able to understand which account you are accessing from and do you have authorization to do that.
Sorry, come again regarding API key.
API key. So if you're using Twitter, you will need to connect it so that a right account is connected, right? So that authentication is required for Lyzr to understand that you are the owner of the account and you can post updates on that behalf.
Yeah, perfect, crystal clear. But what I asked was the quick kind of different. I to make it works. I need to connect my OpenAI API keys, or doesn't matter.
I think
So,
for
sorry, I'll take that question, Satvik. So actually, to get started, you don't have to use the OpenAI API key. You can, it's all covered under Lyzr subscription. And for a free version, you get 100 credits a month for free.
Okay. Thank you too much.
All right. So I'm really sorry about it, but it seems my internet is really buggy. But I can see people who followed along are able to get it working. And so it's essentially the power of it is that you can connect it to multiple tools and make it do a lot of work for you and automate it. Imagine it being this powerful and you adding multiple agents together to one do research, another do write email, and another to actually post or send the email. So this is the thing that we are trying to achieve. Multiple agents working together to give you a workflow that is powerful. So I'm ready to take questions if there's any.
Yeah, a couple of questions. Okay.
Yep.
One, I know it's a low-code platform. And finally, if you want to modify and then build on top of it, is the code downloadable at the end for
Actually,
any enterprises to go and take this as start as a no code, but we want to add a lot more things which you might not be enabling it, right? Is there an option for teams to
yes.
download what has been done?
Yes. So basically, you get an API endpoint, and the API, the invoking call is present here. It's given right here in Agent API. So you could just copy it, invoke it, and make workflows ahead and before it. If that answers your question.
Okay.
So it's again, it's no code to work
Yeah.
on, but again, you can work with code as well. It supports both.
Yeah, to start with, that's what people will do, right? But once you cross a certain point, I think everybody will need to go next level, right? For
Yes,
initial
and
stuff.
this API endpoint enables you to go ahead and ahead.
So the other question for an enterprise, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they want to do, because they're all concerned about their data, right? Because if you're using their open API key and other stuff, it's all coming under, right? How do you guys do that? Because I want to learn local, it's an on-prem solution or a cloud solution, because can I do in my local install the enterprise model inside my lab? Is it possible to do it? Because I don't want the data to go out. Is a platform can operate on on-prem basis?
Right, that's a very valid question. And yes, you can have custom solutions for yourself. This is a SaaS platform right now, what I'm showing you, which is for anybody to use. But if you're an enterprise and you want safe and secure data is your primary concern, you can have this entire studio deployed in your own local, let's say, and we could build a custom solution for you and make sure all the data is within your environment. We will not be able to get access to it. That is also something that Lyzr does.
Okay, thank you.
Taking so stop sharing and taking questions. Yeah, you do not need to create API keys. These are available under Lyzr subscription. And so yeah, how to publish it. So all you have to do to publish it here is all you have to do to publish your app is just launch as an app, enter a name, give it a description, make it public, give it a tag, and launch it. You'll be redirected to Beat Agent.
Yeah, hi Raswan.
Hi.
I have a quick question. This is Rahul. Basically, my question is: let's say I subscribe to your platform and build multiple agents. Yeah, and tomorrow, let's say it is a subscription platform, and it's cloud based, right? So after maybe few months, I want to move on. Is okay. Your basically on-premise custom solution you build, but let us assume I don't want to, have the on-premise or on-cloud one, but I want my agents, I want to move them from our platform to maybe another platform. I don't know whether it is possible with an 810 or, other, flows lang chain or whatever. So is there anything I can take my work and move on, or it always stays with you, and we have to use your platform using the APIs. That's the thing, or
So
something.
it's basically comes down to architecture. The way Lyzr Studio is architectured, you won't be able to get that architecture in another. There's another let's say platform that is architectured in a different way. So you will not be able to replicate or like just move it here to here, copy paste it here. You might have to create whatever you created here in another agent platform, and you'll have to do it from scratch. So it is not possible to move from one to another.
So that means once I create an agent in Lyzr, it stays there. Yeah.
You will be
forget about
only be able to
on-premise.
use.
Forget about on-premise one. I don't know. Maybe that may not be a viable option, managing our own servers and running these things. But yeah, just want to understand. That's fine. So once we create an agent in our platform, it stays there because of the architecture. You can't replicate that with another platform, right?
Yes.
Okay. So any source code or anything we can manage in how GitHub anyway involved in with this agent, it can store some agent related stuff in my GitHub, something like that. Files or source files or something like that.
Nothing as such. You don't have anything to be on your own. All of these are available to you in the dashboard right here. You could just make use of them here. And if you want to include this in your code, I showed you how to do it using the endpoint here.
Okay. Any embeds are available? Like, let us assume I have a WordPress site. I want to put this agent in my WordPress page, like an embed code or something. Is that possible?
That would come down
like
to
a widget.
Yes. So that would come down to you doing it on your own, because imagine you have an API and all you have to do is just get the input from the widget, call the API, give the output. So the widget UI would be yours, but the backend can be agent.
So
API.
response I get, and I need to process that response and show it in the UI. That's what you are saying.
Yes.
So basically, accessing the API and building an app, user interface online.
Yes. Basically, your backend is ready. The front end
Yeah.
could be whatever you want.
Okay, got it.
And as I mentioned here, you can launch as an app, and this URL that you get is a publicly available app. And I request all of you to create an app and post it on your socials and tag Lyzr AI. We are Lyzr AI, and you would be incentivized with 100 extra credits every month for the next 3 months.
Yeah, that is good. One more thing, like
Mhm.
That we can do is and just like, since there are many others in the call, so we will just try to wrap up the session quickly, and then we will be there. Both our team and Rasmus will also stay for some long, and we will take some questions. We'll just try to wrap up. Yeah, Rasmus, you can continue.
So yeah, this is an example of how to create. This is one powerful example that I came up with. And I don't think it took more than 10 minutes for us to create something like this. And that is the power of low-code agents. And your creativity is your limit. Feel free to create whatever you like, whatever you would want to automate, and do share it with us. And I'll end it here. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Raswan, for sharing that. So yeah, I'll just quickly try to wrap up the session. Thank you all for attending. So few things that I wanted to cover before we end. I think we have all taken time to attend the session right now. So if we can just if you can just quickly switch on your camera for a second, we'll just take a quick screenshot and we'll post it on our LinkedIn and other platforms. So you can also tag and do that. So if you can just switch on your camera for a second, we'll just take a screenshot and we'll be back. Oh, I think good to see a lot of people switching on. Okay. Just a second while I get one more picture out. Okay, so thank you all for sharing the screen. So I'll just take 5 minutes to conclude the session, and we will be on the call for a couple of more minutes to take more. So yeah, so one thing is that one quick update that we want to share is, let's say if you want to stay up to date with whatever is happening in the world of AI, so we have this daily quiz feature where you can go to buildfastwithai.com/daily quiz, and daily we will be creating 5 new questions about latest updates on AI. So you can give answers to this question and stay updated. So you can do that. And one thing that I wanted to share about at the end of the session is I initially told you about the generative AI course that we are doing. And if you want to register or sign up for it, I'll just give you a very quick information that is required to do that, right? So first of all, as you have seen, right, in both the sessions, if you want to do the entire finance research or something like that, you can just write, let's say, 5-10 lines of code to create that, or even better, using Lyzr Studio, if you wanted to automate your social media posting or something, you could do it very simply. So the thing is, if you are able to use generative AI very well, so you can get 100, you can easily get 10 times, 50 times, 100x more productive. And the second thing is, you will also stay relevant. So as of today, from what we are seeing with startups and companies, every startup or every company is actually integrating AI at breakneck speed, right? So learning generative AI will help you stay relevant, and also it will help you hugely with your productivity. So, but one thing is that even though there is too much happening in generative AI, not a lot of learning is directly taken by many individuals. So at least 90-95% of people still are only using ChatGPT. So that is where we want to change it with our generative AI Launchpad course. So as mentioned before also, 2025 is going to be a very big year for AI agents in specific. So you will be able to learn more. So we want you to learn more about generative AI and upskill this year, right? So if you want to register for the course and want to know more about how you can sign up, you can just say hi on the chat, and we will take your details and give you the promo code as well. So even in this Launchpad course, we have a specialized module for Lyzr AI. So there will be a set of videos from about Lyzr AI and how you can create agents end to end. Along with the course, you will also get 3 months of free subscription of Lyzr AI so that you can experiment and build production ready AI agents for your organization or for your personal use. So if you are interested or if you want to know more about AI agents, you can just say hi on the chat. We will reach out to you with exclusive promo codes and discounts. And even if you're not sure, you can just say hi. We will reach out to you. And if you have any questions or queries, me or anyone in the team will reach out to you for more details. So yeah, we have a number of
One
highs already.
question.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've already put in waitlist multiple times, but I haven't got anything yet. Is it really on waitlist, or because even in the WhatsApp group, people are asking when this course is starting, right? But I don't see anything much there. Is
Had
it
a
already
cohort
started or
started.
what? Huh?
So we have a cohort started in the early of this month, and we have one more cohort starting in Jan 25. I think given the number of responses, I'm sorry if we might have missed. So, but yeah, now we have noted your name, and we will surely send you a message, and we will give you a call about more details about the course.
Himanshu, I have one quick question. So I was actually in your Lyzr create agent port, and I just wanted to understand when we deals with because the LMM provider that you have provided is a very common ones, right? But there is a possibility. Can you able to hear me actually?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So, but there are certain enterprises that they create their own LLM models, very internal to their own enterprise system. Is there a possibility to integrate the LLM model?
I think Raswan can take that question.
At the moment, we don't support custom LLMs, but we will be launching them hopefully in future.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to know more about the course, or if if you're interested in this, you can sign up for this. So what are all the things that you will get in the course? Just a couple of more details about the course. So this is a 6-week long course cohort-based course on generative AI. So I'll just tell you the logic behind a 6-week course and why not a 6-month course. So the idea is, even though there is too much happening in generative AI, we believe that majority of applications are primarily being built on 4 or 5 main concepts, like let's say using simple LLM APIs, prompt engineering, RAG, fine tuning, agents, and so on. So we have created these 6 modules in a way that each module will give you an end-to-end understanding of each of the core concept of generative AI, right? So you can also go to this website buildfastwithai.com/GenAI course, where we have detailed description of what are all the things that you will get to learn in the course and different benefits that you will get from there as well. So you can go to Generative AI Bootcamp page, and you can just sign up for, you can see the entire modules and do that. So you can also click on join waitlist button. Since you have already joined the session, you can just say hi on the chat. So we'll save your effort, and we will give you the cost. So the cost and all, we will convey to you on the chat, and we will also give you some exclusive start of the year discounts also. So all in all, it will be a very affordable course compared to anything that is available on the market today.
Is there any other one quick question? So it's good to know about the Lyzr, but do we have any competitors in this market who gives a no code platform for creating an agent?
I think there are few other. I think there are few other studio versions of it. So you can just do a quick Google search about AI Studio agents. I think you will find at least few of them. Yeah, so there is one question on the chat whether this course is for non-IT members. Yeah, so even if you are someone with not a lot of tech knowledge, you can easily sign up for the course. So that should also be helpful. So yeah, so one thing is that most of the in this course we don't assume anything. So we start with very basics of Python if you want to get started with code also, and we also have a lot of no code tools, including Lyzr included within the course, so that even if you are not technically inclined or don't want to learn also, we have enough number of no code tools that will help you get started with different concepts from scratch. Okay, so I think the floor is open for questions now. So I'm like, if you are interested in knowing more about the course or any details about this, you can just say hi on the chat and we will reach out to you. Okay, I think thank you everyone for joining the call today. It's been great. Hope you all learned something new and hope to see you all in our future courses and workshops. So until then, we'll meet you.